I like their books. I'm fans of all their books. The creators of the books, they're great. But the crap that they are doing, and this included, now they're just piling it on. It's like, just put out a freaking book so we can buy it. Put out a book so Robbie can have it in his shop so he can sell it to his customers.
Right.
Don't do all this stuff. Oh, it's only available for a day. And that shop didn't get their copies, and they got them the next day, but they couldn't sell them because it wasn't that day. It's bullshit. Hey everyone, welcome to Comics with Bueller. As always, I'm Bueller, and today is episode 125 of the brand new Coffee and Comic Show. And as you can see, I am not alone. I got my good friend Bob here with me. Bob, how you doing today?
We are on our 125th episode, man, and I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We're going to Washington State SummerCon this week.
Yep.
We got a lot of great stuff to talk about this week. I'm excited, man.
Where were you for the first 65 episodes?
I don't know.
I was all by myself.
Better late than never.
Yeah, there you go. Those episodes suck.
No, they didn't. They're still good episodes.
Oh, they're all right. But they got better when you came on board. So
Well,
thank you very much, sir.
Appreciate that.
But we always start off with the coffee that we're drinking today. And our local drink is by Mocha Express. But I don't think either of us have Mocha Express today. What are you drinking today?
I'm just drinking regular donut shop house coffee that I make out of my Keurig. No sweetener, no nothing. Just straight black coffee. And
that's what you need today, huh?
oh, it's tasty. And yes, that is exactly what I needed today.
Very nice. Well, I'm drinking the Xmas blend from Comics on Coffee. And you can go to their website, Comics on Coffee, enter code Bueller, you save 15%. But I'm drinking their coffee today. I have their mug. Look at that. You like this mug?
I love those mugs.
You going to get one of these?
Yeah, I am.
That's awesome. Then take a sip.
Their website is amazing, too.
It is, and they give away free books. I said that before. If you buy stuff or you subscribe, they do a monthly giveaway on books. So you get free comics and coffee and stuff like that.
Can't beat that.
For like $13.99 a month if you subscribe. So, but this blend has coconut in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my mom came over yesterday. She's like, "Oh, let me try that coffee." We literally had a tasting thing yesterday.
A little taste test?
Yeah, she tried like all four of them. She's like, "Ooh, this one's good." She liked Lightspeed the best.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, and then this one had the coconut in it, and we could smell it right away. So I was like, "Ooh, I gotta make some."
There you go.
So if you like coconut, there you go.
There you go.
Awesome. But if you're in the neighborhood, come to Mocha Express. That's
Absolutely.
our local favorite coffee shop. But if you're buying stuff online, go to comicsoncoffee.com and enter the code Bueller when you buy something, and you save 15%. So there you go.
There you go.
We got a lot of things going on today. We're going to do a rundown here pretty quick. Let's go ahead and just start with that. Our rundown, we're going to start with a few announcements and thank yous. Then we're going to go to our first five, brought to you now by Bird City Comics. You can go to their website and enter code Bueller. You save 10%. We'll do our topic today, brought to you by Black Box Comics, and we're going to talk about books that are overvalued. Prices are skyrocketing right now, and a lot of the community had something to say on books they thought were well overvalued. That's what we're going to talk about today, so it should be a good conversation. A lot of people said the same books. Yep. After that, we'll do our final five, brought to you by Bird City Comics. Then we'll do Robbie's Pick of the Week, Pick the Pick. Everyone loves that segment, right?
Maybe I do.
The guy picks his nose and stuff. Then we'll be doing our Honest Comic Book Mystery Box Reviews, brought to you by Scout Comics. This week we are doing the Boxed Heroes subscription box. So we're really looking forward to sharing what our thoughts are on this box.
Absolutely.
We just got done reviewing it, and it's should be a good conversation. So stick around for that. You guys are going to want to find out about what our thoughts are for the Boxed Heroes subscription box. Then we're going to do our Was It Good segment, brought to you by Comics on Coffee. Like I said before, buy some coffee. And then we're going to do our Random Thoughts segment, and that's brought to you by our patrons. We're going to shout out a few of our Patreon members that kind of help us bring that segment, and that's highlighted by Bob, the headliner of the Random Thoughts segment. And then after that, we're just going to wind everything up.
Sounds good to me.
That's it. That's all the show is.
That's
today.
the show.
So anyway, a lot of different things on the show. We try to give a nice variety, and I think we're delivering. So there you go. But first, let's go ahead and start off with some thank yous and some quick announcements. I want to say thank you to our Patreons. We didn't get any new members this week. That hadn't happened for quite a while, which is okay. But if you want to join our Patreon membership, it's the price of one comic book a month, $3.99 a month. If you want to help support the show, support Bob's habit of buying coffee and stuff like that, his habit of Taco Bell, whatever it is, I don't know.
Chalupas and coffees and
books,
comics.
all that stuff. Support the lights and electricity here. We'd appreciate it. We did have some super chats last week. I want to say thank you to those people. Metal Clergy, thank you so much. Trade Paper Dad, also thank you. He's also a a Patreon member. And, of course, the Rogue Trader, also a Patreon member, I believe, as well. Also gave a super chat. You can always go to roguetraderutah.com, and you can do pressing. He does pressing and stuff for books and cleaning and a bunch of other stuff as well. He sells books. He gets me my books when I don't get them at my shop. He's my go-to guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so it works out pretty good.
When you go there, you can use the code everything20 and get 20% off your first purchase. Yeah.
I didn't do that.
No?
I had to pay full price.
Did you?
Well.
Sure.
And a couple of quick announcements. Let's talk about the Washington State Summer Con, which is coming up this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Bob and myself are going to be there all weekend. We're really looking forward. We're kind of the host of the show. We have a booth set up. We'll be interviewing the creators that are there. Maybe some celebrities. I don't know about that part, but you never know. I'm not really into celebrity interviews, to be honest, but I do like interviewing, Donnie Cates or Jim Starlin or Jerry Conway or Chris Claremont and hosting panels. So I'm really looking forward to talking to those gentlemen. Absolutely. And the ladies there as well.
Yeah, I mean, as far as stars, I wouldn't mind if Katie Sackhoff came over.
Yeah, he got all excited.
Or Mike Coulter. It'd be kind of cool sitting next to Luke Cage. But, whatever happens. I'm ready for it.
I'd rather sit next to Katie Sackhoff, to be totally honest.
There you go. All right.
There you go.
Starbuck, man.
Yeah, exactly. When my brother found out, he was all excited.
Yeah.
He came into town from Kentucky.
That's awesome.
Maybe he'll go with us. I don't know. I said, if you want to go, you can go. But anyway, it's in Puyallup, Washington. If you guys are around the area, please go. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing the people who have already let us know they're going to be there and the people who haven't said they're going to be there. Come on by. We have a booth. Come say hello. That's what, that's honestly, as much as I enjoy the creators, I enjoy meeting you guys better.
Yeah.
To be totally honest. And, if I ask you for your autograph, don't be surprised because I do that all the time.
He does.
And I have all your guys' autographs to take. If you guys give me your time, I want that. Something for me to have, as far as a memory. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah, so am I. I can't wait, man.
It's going to be great.
So many things to do there, and it's an intimate setting.
Yes.
Right? My favorite con, hands down.
Yeah. Good times all around, so definitely looking forward to it. And it's been so long since there's been a con in this area, and I think the excitement for it is just through the roof.
Through the roof.
Yeah, so very nice. Another announcement really quick. The Bueller boxes are back. If you want a Bueller box, they're available right now. They're $15 plus shipping. You can decide on the shipping. You can either do the medium mail option, which is $5, or you can do the priority mail, which is $8. If you want one of my mystery boxes, the Bueller box, just send me an email, BuellerComics@gmail.com. Let me know if you want one or two, whatever you want. We can adjust the shipping rate. You can go from there. But they've always been really popular. They sell out, and I'm looking forward to getting rid of some of my comics because I'm actually dumping. Dumping is a bad word, but I don't mind dumping. But I'm dumping like a huge portion of my collection, and when it's all said and done, I'm going to be down to like 2 short boxes, and I'm going to be totally content with that.
There you go.
I'm looking forward to getting rid of these books. So anyway, very cool. So if you want a Bueller box, send me an email, BuellerComics@gmail.com. We'll get it all taken care of. We'll get them out to you this week. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into our first segment. Brought to you by Bird City Comics. We have our first 5. And Bob,
yeah,
why don't you go first, buddy?
Sure thing. I was at the house today, and I was looking at my overflow box, and I had a bunch of Spider-Man stuff in there. So I thought I'd bring that. I got Spider-Man number 52. Pretty cool cover there. Nice. And then Amazing Spider-Man number 382. Of course, we all know that famous Hulk cover there. And then this was for the Battle Line series. This was Mysterio.
I got all those Battle Line ones.
Yeah, I thought that was a great series. And then we got Spider-Man number 5, some Todd McFarlane action.
His Wolverines are hit and miss for me.
Me too.
Sometimes they're great. Sometimes, I don't know about that.
And then Web of Spider-Man number 39. There we go. Some great Spider-Man action. There's my first 5.
That's an homage to an Amazing Spider-Man cover with the Juggernaut.
Yes.
I don't know what number it is, but it's actually, I think it's one of our buddy Sam's favorite books.
Is it really?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
Hey, Sam.
There you go. See, we remember. Oh, dropped my pen, but you know what? I always
got another one.
Okay, these are my first 5, and there's a theme to these first 5.
All right.
Because these first 5 are all creators that are going to be at the Washington State Summer Con.
Awesome.
Look, see how I did that?
Yeah.
There you go. And they might be the ones I have autographed. So there you go. A Thanos Legacy number 1. I'm going to fall out of my chair. That's by Donnie Cates. Mm-hmm. We have The Fury of Firestorm number 1. This is by Jerry Conway.
Jerry Conway, yeah.
Looking forward to seeing him again. Cosmic Odyssey number 2. This is by Jim Starlin. There you go. This is Superman by Jurgens.
Dan Jurgens. Yep.
How long did he write Superman for?
For a while, man.
Ever.
Yeah.
Forever. And it's a shiny cover. And look at this thing. Daredevil number 81. Who wrote this one?
I don't know.
Come on, man.
Jerry Conway.
Jerry Conway, you got it.
That was from the Conway era.
There you go. Couple
San Francisco, baby.
Couple Conway books there for you. That was actually my first slab book I bought, and we opened it.
Did you really?
Yeah, I bought one. It was like $20. I just want to see what it was. This is a couple years ago, and we cracked it open because I wanted to know what it was.
Wow.
I literally had it for like a day before my nephew snapped it in half.
That's amazing.
I didn't know what they were. I didn't even know that it was in a little bladder in there. I just
Right.
wanted to know what it was.
Yeah.
Because I'd never seen one before.
I had a friend of mine who I work with who bought like the whole Akira collection, and one of them was like the most expensive one. Was in a slab. It's like worth like $400, and he's like, "How do I get this open? I want to read it." I'm like, "Don't touch it."
Read it digitally.
So it happens. It happens.
Very cool. So that's our first 5. Brought to you by Bird City Comics. You can go to their website and enter the code Bueller, and you can save 10% on your purchases and stuff. And be paying attention to Bird City Comics. There's going to be some very exciting things coming your way from them, and possibly myself. Possibly has something to do with like an exclusive cover, maybe brought to you by Marvel, maybe DC. Probably not DC, definitely Marvel.
Wink, hint, know what I mean?
You're going to find out here pretty soon. So very excited. But that's it. Let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. And this is our topic segment. And this is brought to you by Black Box Comics. You can go to their website, blackboxcomics.net, enter the code Bueller10. You save 10% on their titles. They got a new title coming out in July. It looks pretty good. I look forward to that. But our topic today is, what are some books that are overvalued in today's market? We all know that the prices are skyrocketing for a large majority of the books. Brand new books, older books, books that aren't even out yet, are selling for triple cover price. And we wanted to hear from you guys what you think the market, which books are standing out, like why is that so much money?
Yeah.
And really this is your feedback that's given to us. Bob asks me all the time. And he just asked me when he walked in. He's like, "Do you know how much that's going for?" I'm like, "No, I don't look. I never look."
Yeah.
You know, but Bob's aware of this stuff. And I'm like, "I didn't know that." You know, but you guys informed us, so that's what we're going to be talking about. But sure. Bob, you were up first with the first comment there.
Yeah, the first one comes from Thomas Jackman, our good buddy. He says, "I feel like most of the current hot books are way overpriced. You can get Silver Age and some Bronze Age first for cheaper."
Yeah. Let's just throw something out there that just happened this week. There was that book, Web of Spider-Man, just came out. It's actually on my book to review. I read it and stuff. But that one popped at like $20 before it even hit the shelf. From what I heard, our shop had it for cover price. They had a bunch of them, and it was still sitting there when I left. But apparently there's a first appearance of. Do you know much about this one?
I don't know about this one.
And it's just surprising because it's really a kid's book. If you've read it, I think you'd agree with me, but I read it. It's a children's book. It should be in the IDW line as far as the Marvel action.
Interesting.
And but for some reason it popped up as a hot book right off the bat before it even hit the shelf at like $20, selling online for that price and being sold for that price. It's a little crazy that books will do that before they even hit the stands.
Right. And
a lot of that is just driven by people talking about it. You know, the YouTubers saying, "Oh, this is going to be the one. I'm picking this one." I read the little synopsis. It says possibly first appearance or whatnot, and it's just talk is all it is.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what that person's going to do. You don't know if Wolverine's going to have a daughter. Like, he doesn't have other kids. He's got tons of kids, man.
Tons.
The guy gets around. He's just a little dude. You know, he lasts forever, man.
He's just a little dude.
He's the Iron Man of, taking care of the situation. You know, he's the best at what he does, and what he does is something good. I don't know, whatever it is. But you know what? He gets the job done. He's got tons of kids out there, man.
He does.
But, like, that's a perfect example of that one book that Marvel presents or whatnot
right.
a couple years ago. Oh, it's his daughter or whatnot. It was a fart in the wind, man. Has there ever been anything since then?
Nothing since.
Nothing since. So you just wait. Just on the new ones, stuff like that, just hesitate, for a couple weeks, and it goes right back down to where it should cover price, maybe a couple dollars more.
Yeah.
But it's that day one that you really need to stay away from, unless you just have to have it for some reason.
Yeah. And then the other one is be careful on story arcs where that stuff is happening. Like the whole Black Winter thing was really hot when it was going on inside of the Thor book. You know, a lot of those books have come way down now that the Black Winter thing is over with. We have no idea what he's going to do with it going forward. And the same with with all the King and Black stuff.
Yeah.
Those were going for like premium price now that's all starting to come down.
Yeah.
So even while things are going on, be careful.
Yeah. And even, they are overpriced, but I mean, if you can get it for cover, go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, they had them there. I didn't even buy it. I knew what it was going for. I knew it was selling for $20. They had 20 copies of it sitting there. I would have got it for $3.
Right.
And I already read it. I was like, do I want it? Not really. I didn't come in here. I didn't want it before I came in here because I'd already read it. And I was, it's okay. But I didn't want to add it to my collection. And just because I know it's selling for more doesn't mean I want to add it to my collection either way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I just let it sit there and let that little guy buy them all.
There you go, because he gets things done.
He's checking his phone.
Yeah.
There it is. He's going up and down the spine. Then he's like,
that's true. You see him all the time, man.
gets all excited. It's funny.
It is.
I get a kick out of it. I take my book and I grab it like this.
Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, you got the next one as well.
Sure. This one comes from David Mason. He says, people who own the high-priced books will always say that the books are undervalued, and the people who do not own the high-priced books will say that the books are way overpriced.
Okay, so David, I respect your opinion, but I don't agree with it at all.
I don't either.
I have both. I have underpriced books and I have overpriced books.
Yeah.
And I don't feel that way on either one of them. I don't feel as though because I have it, it's undervalued or overvalued or from what you're saying. I see your point. I think there is maybe a little bit of validity to it, but honestly, in general, I think that people are educated enough now to recognize a book's value and be able to say, that's too much for that book, or that book should be worth more, not because of what they own or what they don't own. That shouldn't reflect it, and but I'm sure some people it does. But in all honesty, I appreciate your comment, David, but I don't agree with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And, when you look at eBay and you look at prices that are on there, that doesn't always reflect what the actual price of a book is. There are a lot of people out there that are trying to push it for as high a price as they can get. And sometimes they overprice it.
Yeah.
And so it can make it look like a certain book is really popping higher than it actually is.
Yeah.
And so you do get a lot of comments like, well, that book's way overpriced. Well, yeah, it is because they're posting it that way.
Yeah.
And so, I can see that conversation happening. But for the most part, when I look at stuff inside of my collection, I don't have that feeling or have that conversation.
Yeah. But you did just walk in today and say, I want to thank you for giving me that book.
I did.
Because, and then he's like, how much is it going for? I'm like, no. It's like $300. Like, well, you're welcome. I got it for $1.
Right, exactly.
About like 10 of them for like $1 each. It's what was it called?
A tomahawk.
Tomahawk one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the graded one that was worth $300.
Graded and signed.
There you go.
So,
all right, I got the next one here as well. This is from Jason Doyle. It says, Something is Killing the Children is currently way overpriced. I haven't had a chance to read it myself, and now it seems my only option is to wait for the trade to come out or to pick it up now and miss out on the beginning of the story. I don't understand how the prices can be this high without any news of it being optioned for a show. Okay. There's been talk about this book about possibly being optioned. There's no actual company behind it. Our studio that you can put a studio name to. Yep, they're doing it. So it's all just talk, as far as it being an option. But I can't think of it unless I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong.
Well, if I think the news that came out was that Netflix had optioned just about everything that Boom Studios has.
Okay, well that's been going on for a while.
But nothing new. But that is part of Boom Studios, so huge speculation.
Well, so is Eve.
Yeah, of course.
Or whatever, Layla Starr or whatever it is. So I mean, sure, but as far as they're actually us knowing that this is happening, we don't really know. It's just talk or whatnot, Right. But that book is skyrocketing. I just looked today. I think on Key Collector they had the first issue, the regular cover for like $625 for a raw. If that's what it's going for, I got a copy.
Yeah,
it's autographed. I can verify it way better than CCGC can. And you won't have to wait 2 years.
Absolutely.
I can tell you right now. Boom, it's done. Talked to the guy myself.
There you go.
Sat right in front of him. Talked to him for about a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Well, this whole thing about this whole thing about speculation when it comes to the Netflix shows or whatever like that.
Yeah.
That I think that's a small part of it. I think this book blowing up is got a lot more steam behind it because of the current climate inside of comics. There are a lot of books that just have risen like 200-300% really quickly just over the last few months. And this is one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, just a few months ago, it was going for much cheaper than
like
what it is.
$80.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here we are. I mean, less than a year later, and now it's you look at there's people selling it for $1,000.
Yeah,
You know?
I think that's kind of crazy. Honestly,
crazy.
I think that's. I mean, I have the book, okay, and this will prove David's point earlier. I have the book. It's overvalued. I have it. If it's selling for $600, $700, $800, that's way too much than probably what that should be worth. To be honest, around the $80, $100 mark, yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
But there's, and he mentioned that one of the statements in here. He's like, why is it worth so much when there's no option news? It's like he's just waiting for the option news to make it worth something. And, I'm always on the other side of the fence on that one. It's like, I don't care if it's option or not option. I like it because it's a good book. I'm contradicting myself a little bit, but I'm just saying it seems like the price for this certain book is just astronomically the exception to the rule and for selling for way more than probably it should.
Yeah.
And,
true.
I don't know. I mean, it still should be a valuable book, but we're talking $1,000.
Yeah. I mean, look, the price is so good. I may or may not myself have already listed it.
Yeah, I'm probably going to sell my batch. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I'm looking at them like, do I need these? No, I've already read them. If I want to reread, I'll just buy the hardcover when it comes out for $35.
Yeah,
I'll sell the whole set. I got one sitting there up there. That variant right behind you is like $150. I didn't know that until I saw it today. I was like, oh, okay. Cool.
Right, exactly. But also on the reverse side of it, right? Because of the fact that this book is so high right now, if we find out some news that it is optioned, watch how much more it skyrockets. Yeah, so it's kind of one of those things, six on one hand, half a dozen on the other. As far as the value goes, there is a possibility that thing could skyrocket even more.
Yeah. Just wait for the 13th print.
There you go.
I got the next one here. This one's from Jeff Brosemer. He said, second printings with multiple covers, they are overvalued and overbought. Let's just call it what a second printing is. It's just a variant.
Yeah.
A second printing right now is just a variant of the book that comes out a little bit later. Almost everything gets a second printing right now. They kind of just factor it in before it's even out. The first printing, the second printing, and third printing is being made. Okay, that's just the way it is. All it is, honestly, is just another variant with just a word down there that says second or third printing. There's no difference anymore. It's not. I think they should just get rid of second, third, fourth, 13th printings and just make variants forever. That's all it is. To be totally honest.
Well, I mean, they do have to do I guess they don't have to do a second printing, but the reason why they go for the second print is because all of a sudden demand for that first one, especially if you have a low print count on that first issue. Yeah. Like that happens with the independents a lot.
Yeah.
When like with that book Nottingham from Mad Cave, right?
Yeah.
That way low print run, and now they're on their fifth print.
Yeah.
Because it just keeps gaining more steam and more steam.
Well, they should have just made more copies.
They did. Well, in the second print, they have multiple covers.
Yeah.
I can see what they're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, why don't they? I mean, why do they commission something else? Why do they commission a new artist to do the print? Why don't they just? Some do this, but majority of them, it's a brand new cover.
Right.
Majority, 90% of them are a brand new cover, a brand new artist. And maybe it's a cover. Hey, the first appearance of a character is on the second printing of this book.
Right, exactly.
And he's not even in the first book or whatnot.
Which is why I agree with you that I should consider it a variant.
Yeah. So
right.
I mean, that's what they are. But yeah, some of them get crazy, and they're doing the one for 25 second printing.
Right,
and I think that's kind of dumb. If it's a second print, just print a bunch.
Sure.
And just keep on printing them. If it's the demand is there, just print more.
Yeah.
One printing, fine. Just do a second run on it. Similar to what the Bad Idea did, apparently. First printing, not first printing.
Right.
That's one of the things I like about what they do. I don't like a lot of the other stuff. We're going to be talking about them, about our random thoughts at the end here, along with a couple other things. But yeah, I look at second printings now are just more variants.
Sure, and with second printings, it's also a double-edged sword because in some cases when you get second and third printings, the print count is lower. Not all the time. But in a lot of cases, you'll have the print count lower, and that's why the value goes up, because the demand will be there for this other cover, and so it becomes more scarce, becomes more valuable. And I think that's a way of the industry leveraging the secondary market, even though they don't make any money off of it. It does invigorate people to buy.
Yeah. All right, I got the next one as well. This is from Roger. Roger. And he says,
Roger.
I feel Ultimate Fallout 4 is way overpriced. My LCS has a raw for $1,200, while the first appearance of Gambit and Bishop raw for under $350 for the pair. The Miles Morales, is that still hyping up like it was? It's still going. I haven't really paid attention, to be totally honest.
Very hot.
Okay. Does it kind of feel as though they're trying to make it hot? Does that make sense? It's like they really want that to be hot.
Yeah, it's a good point. I don't know if I would say that. I mean, Miles Morales is a very, very popular character. We have to understand.
But is he?
Yeah.
Is he though? Let me just ask. Is he? Because this book doesn't sell a lot. His regular book does not sell a lot.
Let's just talk about that, because when you talk about Miles Morales was actually part of a couple of different other things besides the comics which made the character blow up.
Sure.
Right? And that popularity, I think, is greater than the actual comic book run that's out right now.
Okay.
And so people that, all of a sudden love that character from either the animated movie or from animated stuff from before, right? Those are people that would say, I want his first appearance. Yeah. And so they went out and got it. But I wouldn't consider those people comic book readers.
Yeah.
And so there's a little bit of dichotomy in it, in why that book is so popular.
Yeah.
Plus the video game that came out blew it up a little bit as well. But right now, I would say that book is smoking hot.
Really?
I don't see it going away anytime soon.
Like I said, I haven't really paid attention, but it just, to me, it's kind of like the character that they're pushing to kind of make, and not Marvel. They're not pushing it. It's like the people behind the scenes. They're trying to get these books worth more money. The Illuminati, if you will.
Right.
It just seems like we've all decided to push this character and make this one, the one, and I don't know. Just I don't know much about the character besides like the animated movie. That was really my introduction into Miles Morales.
Sure.
I liked it. I thought it was interesting, but it did make me want to go buy books or stuff, unless it's a good storyline.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but anyway, it just seems like that one is probably overpriced. Would you say it's overpriced in comparison to other books?
In comparison to other books, I mean, I always hate talking, overpriced and underpriced, but as far as I'm concerned, it's far beyond anything that I ever thought that
it came up a lot. A lot of people mentioned it
for a modern book.
Yeah.
That's the point that gets me, right? I mean, if it was, X-Men number 1, giant size number 1, that's understandable. But for a modern book, popping this hot blows me away.
Yeah. So, example, worth more than first appearance of Vision?
Yeah, it's worth. I mean.
Do you think it should be?
I don't think it should be.
I know. Anyway, we'll just put that out there.
We're talking Silver Age goodness there, man. Come on.
All right, you are up next.
All right, thank you for giving me the long one.
Well, dude, you only got 3.
I'm only kidding.
I got 4. I averaged it. I count all the words.
There you go. All right, this one comes from Slim Thumbtack. He says, as far as overpriced books, I think any book whose value is based solely on forces outside of the comic itself, namely film, TV, and spec. To be clear, I'm not against film and TV being a factor in a book's value. Someone sees a movie, they like a character, they want their first appearance or a big book, etc. Nothing wrong with that. But when it's the only factor is what bugs me. I think a book's primary value should come from the book itself. Great story moment, great cover, an iconic artist's first work, etc. But now it feels like movie and TV spec is the sole driving force, and the comics themselves don't even matter. They are just vehicles for people to drive hype and make money off of film and TV spec. If I had a nickel for every time I heard a comic YouTuber say something like, he or she is coming, it's only a matter of time now, get it now.
We'll wait till they get there.
Right.
It's Illuminati.
There we go.
Driving the market.
Driving the market.
That it is what it is. It's 90% of the market is this type of spec stuff right now.
Right.
As far as what speculation is based on, 90% of the speculation market is based off, is it going to be in the TV or is it going to be in a movie or something like that? Or is it going to be in a video game?
Yeah.
Or something. I agree with what he said. I'm not a huge fan of it. I've said that in the past. People know my feelings on speculation on books based on outside influences.
Yeah. We had a whole episode on it.
Yeah, it's not my thing. I much more enjoy the stuff that's in between the pages.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But it is what it is. But you do always see this. Wait till they hit. Wait till it gets optioned. Or wait till this. It's wait. And, let's be honest. Wait till Null hits the Marvel Universe. How long does that wait?
Well, and that's the problem that I have with it. I mean, if the character was that good, and it should have been spiking before the spec news.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we didn't have, Wolverine have any type of movie or TV stuff go on back in the day when he was popping.
Yeah.
It was because he was an amazing character. Everybody wanted, his first appearance or to read him. And there's multiple characters in the past that were like that.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's this roller coaster ride of
Yeah.
ebb and flow based on spec from outside sources, and really when it comes to comic book investing, it has nothing to do with those old blue chip books that'll always rise in value.
Exactly.
So
that's a safe. Those are safer bets.
yeah, of course.
I mean, honestly, people are like, because I heard that. Look at Noel. Wait till he hits the Marvel Universe. Realistically, if that does ever happen, like 10 years away.
Yeah.
There's plenty of characters that are going to hit before they get that.
Right.
It just is what it is. It's not going to. It doesn't. A new character like that doesn't turn up in the universe that quickly.
Sure.
We're still banking on waiting to see the X-Men in the MCU or something like that.
That's exactly right.
And we'll get to that here in a minute.
We will.
So, anyway, I got the last one here, and this one, speaking of that, what I just said, this one is from Patrick Moragno. Sure.
Melania.
Yeah, that one. Said, overvalued books, everything X-Men that is selling like the characters are already in the MCU movies. Also, a few handful of indie titles that get optioned and then fizzle out and never get developed. You know the ones. So let's just talk about the X-Men, okay? I love X-Men. My favorite team by far. Man, they're selling for way more than they probably should be. There's so much movie talk and hype, and it's like, did you not see the 11 movies that came out over the last 20 years?
Right.
Do you not know that this is the number 5 largest franchise in the movie history that had 6 movies dedicated to pretty much Wolverine himself?
That's exactly
and you
right.
think him showing up next to Captain America is going to make that big of a difference? People already know who the hell Wolverine is.
This is true. But the MCU is a different animal
No,
than
it's
what we've
not.
had.
It's
Yes,
not.
it is.
I don't agree with
Yes,
it.
it is.
No, it's not. I don't. And we've had this conversation. You're comparing Hulk Hogan to The Rock. They're both as popular.
I don't think so.
They're both as popular. They're both people. If I went to someone and said, "Do you know who Captain America is?" "Oh yeah." "You know who Wolverine is?" "No." You're not going to hear that. You bring me that person that says that. You bring me that person that says that. "Do you know who Hulk is?" "Yes." "Do you know who Wolverine is?" "No." You're not going to get that. They go hand in hand. I'm telling you. 11 movies. I could see if it was one.
Yeah.
If they just did one.
That's not what I'm talking about, though. What I'm talking about is that the X-Men movies that have come out, I did not like even half as much as I love the MCU movies.
You're a hater.
I'm not a hater.
You just hate those movies.
I just don't think they're as good.
You just didn't like them. See, I thought X2 was awesome.
X2 was great.
Oh, really? That's the exception, huh?
No, the X-Men First Class I love too.
Why are you hating?
See, look at you.
Thor 2 was good.
No.
Let's be honest.
But
Iron Man had 3 movies. Were they any good? The first one was pretty good.
The first one was great.
What about the second and third one?
Second one was good. The third one I hated.
Not that great.
Yeah.
They went downhill. They peaked at number 1 and went down.
Yeah, but when you look at those last Avengers movies, man, those other movies didn't have me jumping out of my seat in the theater yelling. Rolling tears, right?
The first Avengers was really good. The second Avengers was good, but the first one was probably the third one was the best one. The last one was probably my third favorite one. Endgame was my third.
Still had moments that had me jumping up out of my seat.
Yeah, I liked it when Jean Grey died. A couple times.
Right?
In the same movie, I think. Yeah. But I'm saying there's fans for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you are fully aware that there's X-Men movies out there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you saw them all, didn't you?
I sure did.
Okay, and you
Multiple
saw
times.
all the Marvel stuff. And you'd probably watch them again today if they're on TV.
You're
because
darn
not
right.
only were they in the movie theaters, but they run 24/7 on FX.
Just about.
All the time. Mm-hmm. MCU. What, you just wait?
I own them. I have them on Disney. I have them on...
Exactly. I got them all too. I got DVDs and Blu-rays. They're there. People are aware of them. It's not going to be a surprise.
No.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But as far as should that affect the value of my book?
No.
Probably not. You know,
Yeah.
It's already been said and done multiple times over and over. TV shows, toys, you name it, video games. There was Wolverine video games.
Back in the day.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll triple in price. And I'll just say, you know what? I give up. I can't take it. Where's my Archie books?
My Archie books.
I go back down to Riverdale and call it good.
There you go.
Anyway. That's our topic.
Great topic,
for
man.
Overvalued books. There's a bunch of them out there. There's a bunch of undervalued books. It is what it is. What the hell are you going to do? Nothing. It just is what it is.
Right.
We didn't accomplish a goddamn thing. But we had fun talking about it, right?
For sure.
There you go.
I might make a few bucks. Who knows?
There you go. That's it. Real quick before we move on, I just want to say, hey, how's it going, everybody?
Howdy.
Hopefully you're enjoying this morning and enjoying your cup of coffee. We're always having fun. Unfortunately, I just want to say this because some people asked about you last week not being in the chat. Bob is back at work right now.
Yeah.
And so before he was working at home, now he's back in the office, and his time is very tied up. So unfortunately, he's probably not going to be able to join us in the chats in the morning when we premiere. It might change in the future. We don't know. But
I'm hoping it does.
Bob's a working man. He's bringing home the money for the lady. He's got to do what he's got to do.
Absolutely.
Right? So.
And you have to realize before the pandemic, I wasn't going into work as early.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty much on the road when the show starts. So I'm sad about that because I love being there with you guys.
Yeah, he misses you guys.
I really do.
I felt really bad because I knew how much it meant to him and and he wasn't there this last week and stuff. The other times when he wasn't there, he just slept in. Let's be honest. I just woke up. I'm like, whatever, Bob.
Behind the scenes at the coffee show.
Exactly. But this time he actually has a legit thing going on.
Yeah.
He's at work. But anyway, we'll be thinking about you in the chat.
Appreciate that.
But hopefully everyone's having fun today and enjoying the show. But let's go ahead and move on to our next segment real quick. And this is our final 5. Brought to you by Bird City Comics. And Bob, you want to go ahead?
Sure thing. So I brought some books from the Hickman run. I thought this would be kind of fun. Can you guys tell if these are different covers or are they all the same? Because this is the connecting covers with all of the X-Men characters, and this is what they did across the full line. Of the Hickman run. And so there's the first one.
I had to write on the back which ones were which.
And there's the second one. As you notice, I don't have the writing on the back of mine. I think wasn't it Mark Bagley the one that did the cover?
Yes, yeah.
And I love them all, but at this particular distance from the camera, can you tell that they're actually different covers? No. I assure you that they are.
Okay, I'll take your word for it there, weirdo.
There's number 5. There you go. I like those covers.
I got them all too. I think I might be missing one. All right, I got mine here.
All right.
I got a little bit of mixture of stuff here. We're going to start off with Clive Barker's Nightbreed #1.
I love Nightbreed.
Look at that. What a great... The humans are the monsters.
That's exactly right.
Go figure. Harley Quinn #1. This was a gift from you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I always know because it has the blue tape on the back.
Oh, okay.
And then I got this variant finally. I got the Something to Show in the Children 16 TFOB variant.
Nice.
So there you go. I got that one. And then I also got the Megan Hutchins variant for Something to Show in the Children number 16.
Very cool.
Not bad. And then I also got the House on the Lake variant, the TFOB one.
Sweet.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Did you get a chance to read that?
I haven't yet, man. I read the stuff from this week. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But like last week, I had to move on. Sometimes you just gotta do it.
I'd be interesting to hear what your thoughts are on
it. I did start to read it, and there's a lot of words.
Yeah, it is wordy, for sure.
I don't have to take that long of a dump yet, so I was like... I'll wait until after I go make some food.
There you go. All right.
Anyway, that's our final 5. Brought to you by Bird City. Maybe not anymore, but brought to you by Bird City Comics. Go to their website and code Bueller. You save 10%. So let's go ahead and move on to our next fan favorite segment. This is the one where we bring in that one guy.
That's right.
To kind of do his thing. So let's go ahead and take a look at Robbie's Pick of the Week.
Hey everybody, I'm Rockin' Robbie Billups from Pop Culture Philosophers. Sometimes I highlight as the White Ranger, but right now my costume is in the wash. However, you are watching the Coffee and Comic Show on Comics with Bueller, and our Pick of the Week is...
Geiger number 3 by Image Comics, and of course this one by Jeff Johns. I've loved this series so far, and I'll be talking more about this book in our Was It Good segment.
Yeah, was it good?
Did you get a chance to read this one yourself?
I did read it, and this is the origin story of the Geiger character. A little bit of the origin story mixed in with what's going on currently in the story as well. But you kind of get the relationship between is it the king?
The king.
The king or whatever, the young king or whatnot.
Right.
And his relationship with the Geiger guy and stuff like that. So I enjoyed it. But obviously this is Robbie's pick of the week, which brings us to our next segment, which is the Pick the Pick segment. Pick the pick. And there's the graphic with the dude picking his nose. That's not Robbie. If people ask me, is that Robbie? I said, no. It might be. Clean shaven, that might be Robbie. I don't know.
Maybe.
I've never seen the guy clean shaven without the glasses on. That could be him, but I don't think it is. Anyway, I got my pick right over there. Let's see if I got it right. Like I said, his pick is obviously Geiger 3. We'll see what I picked last week. Jesus.
All right. The pick here is Bunny Mask number 1.
He didn't even really like that one.
I know. He in his review, he was like, nothing to write home about.
Yeah. You know what? I'm sucking at this. I'm not winning any money. I haven't won anything. It's now up to $500.
Oh for 3 so far?
Yeah, and nobody's sponsoring this or nothing like that, So even when I do win, I'm not going to win. But you know what? I don't know what the deal is, man. I thought for sure that he'd go with Bunny Mask. I was wrong. He went with Geiger, which is a great pick. I can't fault him. I mean, I like the book as well.
But that has not always been the case with you.
I know. The one before that, he picked that horrible one. Let's not even talk about that. But anyway, we're going to move on to this week. And this week, this is my pick if you want to take a look at it. I actually wrote down 3, but there's one that's highlighted that I'm picking. Those other 2 I'm thinking he might go for, but you can tell that there's one highlighted.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's the one I'm picking that he's going to pick.
All right.
Is it pretty good? Decent?
It's pretty good. I would have picked the 3rd one.
All right. Don't let people see.
I'm not going to.
There you go. Not bad. Right. Actually, you should be put that on there. Put a little mark on there that it's your pick. Why aren't you included in this?
I don't know.
Probably
you never.
You cheat. Come on over when I'm not here and fix the
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Fishy Bob.
Fishy Bob. There we go. All right. There's Bob's pick.
Okay.
And
this is actually one of my picks.
But that would be the one I would pick.
There you go. That's good. Sure. Well, we'll include you from now on. How about that?
Sounds good.
Yeah, you're part of it, I guess. We should probably put Robbie's pick in there as well.
Probably should, huh? All right, I'm putting my initials over the seal, as you can see.
There you go.
And it's going over here in the box, ready for next week.
Yeah, and you guys can play at home. # pick the pick down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think Robbie's pick will be for this week. Last week, nobody got it. Nobody guessed Geiger. Out of the people, there's only like 10 people, but nobody guessed Geiger.
Yeah.
A few people picked Bunny Mask, but not Geiger. Oh, well.
So are we going to be opening this at the SummerCon?
Probably.
Let's do it.
I don't know. Summer. That's where we're filming the next coffee video. It's going to be at the SummerCon with like guests and stuff like that.
For sure.
So it'll be something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Anyway, that was a pick. Underwhelming. I'm sorry. I didn't win nothing. I got it wrong again. Next week, maybe I'll get it right. I don't know. I have to figure something out. I think he's
still looking for that sweet prize money, aren't you?
I think he's just messing with me.
You think so?
Yeah. I think he's literally like sitting there and saying, okay, let's just screw Bueller over. And then he reads all the books. That's the first thing he says before he sits down to read them all. Let's screw over Bueller, make him look stupid. And he's like, okay, I'll read them all. And he picks his book. And he's like, yep, this is the one.
Yeah, I don't know if he's doing that, bro. It's a great thought, though.
Anyway, I could get rid of that. Okay. All right, so let's move on to our next segment. Mm-hmm. And our next segment is Honest Mystery Box Reviews with Bob and Bueller and Bob. It doesn't matter. There's 2 of us right here. But this is where we review a mystery box that it was either donated to us from the mystery box makers themselves, or they were purchased from secret shoppers, which actually this one was actually purchased from someone in our community and sent to us. So the mystery box manufacturer has no idea that we are reviewing this box. So let's go ahead and show this box really quick. I'll set this down. And we can actually show the books this time because there's not as many books as the one on last time. But this is the Box Heroes mystery subscription box. And let me tell you a little bit about this box. So you can go to their website. It's boxheroes.com. This is a $30 box. You can subscribe to it monthly, or you can do a one-time purchase. So it's $30 plus shipping, and shipping is $8, which is pretty much the going rate for that size package. They advertise in there that you get anywhere from 6 to 8 books. If you're a subscriber, you get an extra book, so 9. So you get 9 books, all bagged and boarded. Their website is a little minimal. There's not a lot to it, but it's pretty easy to find what you're looking for. They have this box, and then sometimes they do a grand prize box, so it's like $350. In this one, you can win a grand prize. There's multiple prizes. If you win the prize, apparently you just get the prize. You don't get the books and the prize.
Okay.
So they just, like, if it's a slab, you'll just end up getting the slab or whatnot and stuff like that. So it's like 1 in 25 or 1 in 50 or something like that. You can find that information on their website. I do want to say thank you to the person who sent this to us. This is from Copper Age Commando, who sent this box to us, and he said we could keep it.
Oh, really?
So all the books that are in this box, we're going to end up donating, and I think we're probably just going to give them away at the. I think we should just give them away at the SummerCon.
At the SummerCon, yeah, that'd be right.
Nice way to just see some kids out there and hand out some books or whatnot,
good
some
to
free
me.
comics. So Copper Age Commando, thank you so much. Appreciate. He said in here, it doesn't matter what books are in the box, keep them.
That's amazing.
So thank you very much, sir. I guess he's one of our secret shoppers or whatnot, And like I said, the manufacturer has no idea that we're doing this box.
That's exactly
right.
But
they are available. You can go to their website. You can purchase one of their boxes, and you can go from there. So let's go ahead and start grading this thing. Mm-hmm. And like I said before, we put the whole grading system in the description down below. So if you guys want to see how we grade a box, you can see all the details down below, all the way from 11 to 0. We have 11 because it goes to 11 because if it's more than exceptional, just knocked it out of the park, like double the value of the box, or just above and beyond, we turn it all the way up to 11. Yes, that's a Spinal Tap reference. Mm-hmm. But the total score, you can get actually more than 100, but you only need to get 100 to get an A.
The A plus.
So anyway, let's go ahead and start off with how we grade this. The first thing we do is shipping and packaging. Mm-hmm. And we'll go ahead and grade it right now. Out of a scale 1 to 11, like I said, 11 being the huge exception thing. I gave it a 10. Mm-hmm. And the reason why I gave it a 10 is because, for one, it came in a custom box. Very well. These are not cheap to have made, okay? Very well packed. The shipping cost was within $1 of what it cost to ship that box. If it was actually right on the money, to be totally honest, depending on taxes where you're from. It was packed very well. It was in another box, or it was in the mailer or whatnot, so it was very secure. And so I gave it a 10. Perfect score. 10.
Yeah. I also gave it a 10. There was really no way for me to grade it lower than that. It was spot on, exactly as advertised. Nice custom box, right within the shipping range, and so it gets a 10. It's perfect.
Yeah. Bob's going to go through some of the books. We're going to kind of go through showing them back and back. We'll kind of rotate through them quite a bit, but we're going to move on to the next one. This is monetary value of the books. And in this one, there actually was advertised to be 9 books, but there was an extra book. There was actually 10 books in this lot. And so as far as the value of the book, I gave it a 9. It got full value, okay? The value of the box is $30. That's how much the box costs. We kind of look at shipping as separate because shipping is what it is, and there's no, it's just kind of there for everything you buy, you end up paying shipping. So we look at it like that. But for this box, when I added up all the books, they were right within that range, around the $30 to $32, $33 range, give or take some. There was a couple of exceptions I noticed to where some of the books were really new, and so they're still selling for cover price. Unfortunately, we all know this. Give it a couple months, those books will kind of probably go down a couple dollars. And if you were to take off the bonus book that was in there, it might have been a little bit lower than the $30, but maybe by just like a couple bucks. So for me, it got a 9 out of 10, which is full value of the box, which is 100%. To get a 10, you would have to have 20% more value of the box, and to get an 11, you would have to have double the value of the box. I'll go ahead and take over. Go ahead. You gave it a 9 as well.
Yes, I did. I gave it a 9 as far as what was advertised. I mean, you're basically getting your money's worth out of it or more. This box we got like a buck or two more than what they actually paid. But again, that's based on what the box is now. The only thing that we're looking at is that possibly in the future some of these newer books are going to go down in price. I mean, we have to be honest about
Well,
that.
they might go up too.
It could.
We can't predict anything in the future.
No, that's for sure.
Maybe a little bit.
But it definitely is the value of the box and a little bit more.
Yes.
So great stuff.
I would agree.
And
moving on to the next one, we have condition of books and bags and boards. This is a fun one.
this
Was we both gave it an 11.
yeah.
And the reason why is because every single book is in a Mylar bag.
Yeah, and the expensive Mylar.
The expensive Mylars, and they're in full bags.
Full back. Mm-hmm.
And the tape on the back is their sticker on every one.
I'll show you the back. There's their sticker is the tape, and then if you can see in the very bottom here, you'll see there's an extra sticker that shows a description of the book.
Yeah.
That goes above and beyond.
Yeah. And all the books are near mint condition. I couldn't find anything wrong with them whatsoever.
Nope.
So when I graded this as far as condition bags and boards, it got an 11. It was above and beyond. I mean, these are just to pack each one of these like $1.25.
Exactly.
Just for the bag and the board. And that's above and beyond. So that's why that would get an 11 for me for that one. You agree?
Absolutely. That's exactly the grade that I gave it. When I was going through these, I was blown away. Just with the how they were packaged. And so, yes, they definitely did go above and beyond.
And this one is the one with Shatterstar. It's not the Deadpool card.
The Shatterstar card.
I know people were going to ask that.
Yep.
Okay, and let's go ahead and move on to the next category there. I think we've showed enough for one.
Yeah.
They got it. Next one is non-monetary value, which for us is like the starting of key story arcs or number ones or variants.
Famous characters.
Well-known characters, stuff like that. So that's no filler as far as like who is this type thing.
Right.
And I actually gave it a 10 out of 11. I thought every book was a known character. There was a few number ones, which I like. You can jump on the story. I think there was 3 number ones. There was a starting of a story arc for, I believe, the Batman or whatnot. And then every book was, for the most part, a well-known character as well. So I gave it a 10. What'd you give it, Bob?
I gave it just a step below that. I gave it a 9 only because as far as interesting stories, for the most part, I don't think there was very many of them that are well-known stories.
Sure.
And so just because of that, I brought it down just a point on it. So I did give it a 9.
Yeah. But 9's still a really good score. And like I said, you can check out the meaning of a 9 in the description because we put all that down there. So I thought it was pretty good. I was pretty happy with what was in the box. Moving on, our last category is did it deliver as advertised? You gave it a 10, correct?
Absolutely. Because you are getting exactly everything that it advertises. And there is some bonuses there as well, but we'll get to that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I can't score it any lower. It is a 10.
Exactly. I gave it a 10 as well, exactly as advertised. Now, that being said, I said this, their website's pretty bare. There's not a lot of words to describe this, but it's there. The box speaks for itself.
Yeah.
I will say that. Even though it doesn't describe a whole bunch of stuff on their website as far as what you get, the box speaks for itself. So my hat's off to them, and I had no problem giving them a 10 out of 10 on this. So it was exactly as advertised. Now, next section, and this is just extra, we do a bonus, and there's possible 2 extra points. Bonuses for this box, we actually got an extra book for one, so that goes a long way. We actually received a sticker. I don't know how good you can see that. This is their card, kind of describes everything, has their information. Another sticker. Look at that, Homer Simpson taking a poop. And then the card, Marvel card. So when you think of the stickers, the cards, and the extra book, I gave it a full 2 points for the bonus. I mean, most bonuses like 1 sticker, and we give it a 1 point. And these are just added extra. These are not actually counted to as far as the official score. It just gives you an opportunity to earn more points.
Right,
so,
for sure.
Anyway, that was how we graded it, and you gave it a total of a 51.
51.
Out of 50.
Out of 50.
So above and beyond.
Yep.
Okay, so we're in the other territory now.
Right.
I gave it a 52.
Yep.
Out of 50. So above and beyond.
For sure.
So those bonus points come in handy, and they got an 11 on the as far as condition and stuff like that. So that's a total of 103 score out of 100, which gives it an A+.
Absolutely. This is probably the best subscription box that
Yes.
I've seen so far.
Yeah.
And I mean, it really is. I mean, it's high quality. It's exactly as advertised. You got extras inside of there. It's a phenomenal box.
Yeah. I was pretty happy with A+. Obviously, that's the best score you can get, 103 out of a possible 100 and 113 with the bonuses and stuff like that.
Right.
But, my only thing I would have a problem with, I think that there's a couple books in here that they could up the price a little bit, throw in a little bit more variety as far as maybe some 80s stuff or 70s. And I noticed I've watched some of the other videos, and they had some of those older books in. I think they're just kind of probably going through stock right now. But the average cost of these books, when I looked them up, is around $3.50 a book and something like that. To where if you threw in a couple books in there that were like $5 or $6, I think that would really, really help. Because, I mean, you're the value as far as the dollar value, I mean, it's right on that border as far as hitting that $30 mark. And I kind of look at it as like you want a little bit of wiggle room.
Sure,
So if
sure.
you can get your box up to like $35 or $36,
Yeah.
And that's not much.
Sure.
That doesn't take much. So
I'm actually pleasantly surprised because I've seen a number of unboxings of their their premiere box, which is $375. Out of all those unboxings, I've never heard anybody say they were disappointed in the box.
Yeah.
They got more than their monetary value.
Yeah.
And so when I heard we were doing this, I didn't even know they had a subscription
Yeah.
box. When you told me it was a subscription box, I thought this is where they're probably cutting corners.
Yeah.
And I was blown away. I was way surprised at going through and grading this box. It's a really good box
Yeah.
for a subscription.
yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. All the books were nice and clean, above and beyond the bags and boards. Throw in a key every now and then, and I think you got perfection, to
Yeah.
be totally honest.
Absolutely.
So would you buy this box?
I would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Me too. I'd buy it. I would have no problem spending my money on this box and feeling pretty good about what I got. So the rest is up to you guys. So if you guys are interested in this box, please go check it out. Their website, it's boxheroes.com. Purchase one of their boxes. Give it a shot. Review it. Use our review template that we have in our description. Let us know what you got. We want to hear from you. We want to hear from the community if this box represents what's getting outside. Okay? And so the rest is kind of up to you guys. So really happy with this one.
Yeah, for sure.
When I opened it up, I was like, "Ooh, these are nice." Sounds very.
Immediately you can feel it. It's pretty-
For the $30, I'm very, very happy. That being said, next week we're doing the Spider-Man booth box.
Spider-Man booth is
And
going to be
that should
fun.
be an interesting box to do.
I think so.
We already have it. It showed up, and Buddy took care of it. And most of the boxes we are getting right now are being donated, not through the people who make the box. Other people out there who are buying the boxes and shipping them to us.
Yeah.
So thank you to those people.
Thank you very much.
Our secret shoppers are taking care of business. So
Yeah, but that Spider-Man booth is one of the more popular boxes, and so
Yeah.
I think it'd be really interesting when we review it.
very much so. So anyway, Box Heroes, A+, man. Way to go.
Very
I don't know
good.
the guys behind the scenes, but they're doing good work.
Hats off to you.
They are. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. And our next segment is the Was It Good segment. Mm-hmm. And Bob, let's see what books you got there.
Sure.
Oh, so you read this one instead.
I did. I was supposed to read Strange Academy this week. I didn't get the book until late, so I haven't read it yet. So I just randomly picked one of the other books that I read.
Okay.
And so this is one that I picked up on a hunch. And it's the sixth.
Hold on, let me put it up there,
Okay,
man.
okay, okay.
He's jumping the gun again. You did it last week. We got to say... Our Was It Good segment is brought to you by Comics on Coffee. Go to their website, enter the code Bueller, you save 15%. Okay, Bob.
All right.
Are we good to go now?
I'm just so excited.
Okay, so this first one here is 6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keaton. Is that right?
That's right.
Image book. Bob. Mm-hmm. I'll make you wait. Was it good?
It was all right. It was all right. I mean, there's nothing to write home about. I was expecting a little more out of it. I mean, it's not a bad book. It's fun. It's basically about a action star, and he's kind of an ass.
Yeah.
And then at one particular point, they find him. He's hung himself, or maybe he was murdered. We don't know. But they have now a mystery going on, and they're going to the 6 people that start alongside of him, either a stuntman or like his sidekicks.
Yeah.
And they're trying to figure out what happened to him. And the artwork kind of put me off. It's kind of like no different than if I was to open the funny pages on a Sunday.
Yeah, I looked at it.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if I'll go and keep it on my pull list, but it was an interesting read for the first ones. It was all right.
There you go. Okay, next one. Geiger, number 3. I kind of already know how you feel about this one. We talked about it earlier. Bob, was it good?
It was good.
It was good.
It was really good. I loved it. I loved the backstory of the glowing man. I love how they intersperse it with what's going on now.
Yeah.
And but that part about his family and the bunker broke my heart, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely broke my heart. Jeff Johns is a phenomenal writer. I loved it.
There you go. Last one on your list is Maniac of New York, number 5. This is the last one in this volume because I think they're going to do more. Bob, was that good?
It was all right.
Oh, man, Bob.
I know. I wanted it to be more. I really wanted it to be more. But the last issue was the great climax,
Yeah.
and so this was all aftermath and setup for the story going forward. I think when Robbie reviewed it, he said he was expecting more of a punch. And I fully agree. I was expecting it to have more of an impact on me, and it just didn't deliver in that way. So, it's a good series. I'm not going to say it's not a bad series, but the final issue did not have what I was hoping it would. So, it was just all right.
All right, I haven't read it yet. Need to do it. Okay, I got my books up next. Let's
All
do
right.
this.
So, the first book that you have, and I love this cover, but this is The Joker, number 4 by DC Comics. And Bueller,
Yes, Bob?
was it good?
Yeah, kind of. Yes, it was good. The same thing with the first ones. There's a lot of inner dialogue. Did you read it?
Not yet.
Okay, there's a lot of inner dialogue with Gordon. And he's just kind of talking to himself. Same thing in this. It's like the first multiple pages is just his inner dialogue, just him thinking to himself. And then we finally get to the part where they left off on issue number 3, where Joker is confronted by the people who are trying to kill him. It's good because like the Joker in here is like almost going back to the Killing Joke era as far as he's going to torture Gordon again. And they get to that point, and that's almost what he's hinting at by the end of this book. Whether he follows through on that, you'll find out in number 5. But it was good, but there's so much inner dialogue, and I think if you're reading this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's just page after page after page, it's just the inner dialogue with pictures that don't have anything to do with his inner dialogue, because they're like framing the female Bane, his daughter, or something like that.
Like that.
It's like action pictures of her doing things, and then his inner dialogue, and he's not even in the scene or nothing like that. And it's just kind of going over what's going on with her. So it's a little weird. I would like more, conversation between character.
Sure.
Would be kind of nice, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Good. It's been a great series so far. Yeah. I can't wait to read it, but I was expecting it just to start off right where the last one left off, and it sounds like it doesn't do that.
Not really. No, they kind of beat around the bush a little bit. So.
Yeah. All right. Okay, well, your next one that you have read is Eve, number 2. This one by Boom Studios. Yep. Right, there we go. And so Bueller,
Yeah.
was it good?
Yeah, it's good. It's about the girl. She was in the pod. She was the Matrix girl and stuff. A little teddy bear from that. It's like that AI teddy bear from that movie AI. That's kind of what it reminds me of.
Yeah.
And like now she's like in New York by herself with the teddy bear, and there's like creatures and stuff. And so the teddy bear, we gotta go hunt for your dad or something like that. But I think her dad's like in the space station or something. And like they go off on their quest, and the creatures start showing up. And then like they get separated, and she's like keeps on, and the bear's like, go on without me, I can fight myself or whatnot. And that's kind of it. And she just keeps on going and going and stuff and down her path. I think it's interesting. She actually, at the end of the book, I don't mind spoiling it because I don't think a lot of people are on it. She runs into a new group. I don't know whether they kind of reference, you see them, but you don't really know what kind of, if they're people or robot. I don't know. You'll probably find out in the next one. But they do come across as maybe a younger group, just by the size of the characters that they showed.
Sure.
So I don't know if that's the case. And then I think the robot kind of made it out, or the bear robot's on his way back to help her. So it's fun, an interesting series. I wouldn't think I would be like buying a book about some little girl and her teddy bear.
Sure.
And now that I say that out loud, I think that's the last issue I'm going to buy.
That's great.
Yeah. Let me rethink this.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway.
All right.
That's
all
it.
right. There you
The
go.
next book I don't have the book for, but it's
Web of Spider-Man number 1 is
Yes.
the next one by Marvel Comics. And this is one we talked about earlier in the show about being, popping.
Yep.
And so Bueller,
Yeah.
was it good?
It was fine, but it's a kid's book.
That's what you were saying.
It's very much so a kid's book. If you've read it, you guys probably agree. It's when I read it, it's all about kids. It's about younger Peter Parker, like in high school and stuff. and he's with a bunch of other smart kids, like the Squirrel Girl, the Devil Dinosaur Girl, some other characters that are really young, and they're like in a lab and they're creating things and stuff like that. So
Interesting.
That's what it is. That's pretty much the first issue. So it's just an introduction to these people hanging out, kind of being brats, being smart asses to each other, but they're just a bunch of kids. Probably similar to what the Strange Academy would be,
right?
As far as the group of the kids like that. It's probably going to be something similar to that. So I don't think I'll go any further than number 1. I didn't even buy it. I read it. I thought it was okay, but I didn't buy it.
Sure.
Anyway, apparently it's worth $20. But what are you going to read next week, Bob?
Okay, so next week I'm going to read Venom 200. Looking forward to that.
Nice.
And then Silver Coin number 3. I'm very interested in that.
I read that one.
Did you? Was it good?
It's better than number 2.
All right. Definitely looking forward to it. And then I'm going to read Stillwater number 9.
Nice. That's your boy right there.
That's my boy, Mr. Zdarsky.
I'm going to be reading Legends of the Dark Knight number 2. I really enjoyed the first one. It's kind of like an old throwback Batman story. Silver City, since you get Silver Coin, I'm going to get Silver City. I like number 1.
Number 1 was great.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. So I'm going to get number 2, and the artwork was really good as well. And then I'm going to read Time Before Time number 2. I enjoyed the first one, and I'm going to give number 2 a shot. And I actually already read that one also. So
very cool.
But anyway, that's what we're going to be reading next week, and we'll be sharing those reviews at the Comic-Con when we do the coffee show.
Sounds good.
Let's move on to our last segment, and we're probably going to breeze through this one pretty quick. This is our Random Thoughts, and this is brought to you by our patrons. So we just want to give a shout-out to some of our Patreon members. Brett F., thank you so much. I haven't heard from him in a long time. I hope you're doing okay, Brett. Brian Criswell, and Han Chuen. Cheung. I got it wrong. I know. I apologize. But you guys know me and what I do. I just can't do it. You can help me all you want. And trust me, people try to help me.
I've tried.
To pronounce stuff. It's not doing any good. You're just making me more confused. That's all it is. But to those 3 people, thank you so much for being our Patreon members and being the sponsors of the Random Thoughts with Bob and Bueller.
All right. We're
going to talk about Bad Idea. And so they came out with this crap. I'll just say what it is. It's just crap and more just shenanigans. Oh,
smoke.
We're closing up shop. We're going out of business. And as you know it or whatnot. The guy said like months ago on a podcast that this is what they were going to do. We're going to pretend like we're going under. He literally said it. Now they're doing it. Okay, a bunch of people freaked out or whatnot. This is BS. I mean, it's just bullshit is what they're doing. They're effing with us. That's all it is. I don't know what they're trying. I like their books. I'm fans of all their books. The creators of the books, they're great. But the crap that they are doing, and this included, now they're just piling it on. It's like, just put out a freaking book so we can buy it. Put out a book so Robbie can have it in his shop so he can sell it to his customers.
Right.
Don't do all this stuff. Oh, it's only available for a day. And that shop didn't get their copies, and they got them the next day, but they couldn't sell them because it wasn't that day. It's bullshit. It's just a bunch of you know what. And it's unnecessary. And the reason why it's unnecessary, because they make good books. And they would sell no matter what.
Exactly. So here's the thing about this, and we're starting to see this happen in a lot of different places, and I hate it.
Yeah.
You want to call me a hater? Call me a hater. But bottom line is that there are a number of influencers out there. If they make a big enough noise or they do something against the grain, then it gets popularized. And when it gets popularized, people talk about them. And that's all I care about.
Yeah.
If people are talking about me, then I'm in the spotlight.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And we're actually, just by even doing this, putting the spotlight on them.
We are.
Okay, you guys heard about the fight that happened last week between, was it Jake Paul or whatever, his brother or whatever it is, fighting Mayweather? That was a bullcrap fight.
Oh,
right?
I like that stuff too.
I love combat sports, but you know what? All that guy did was make a big enough noise so that people would be like, oh, maybe he could do this. And some suckers went and paid for that fight.
Yeah.
Right? It's not a fight.
Yeah.
And I'm getting sick of these guys getting money when all they did, I mean, my hat's off to them. They got a number of people to pay for it. Hats off to them for that. But they don't deserve the spotlight or the respect.
Yeah.
And that's what Bad Idea is doing.
Yeah.
All they're doing is that all they care about is that people are talking about them. That's what it is.
Yeah. And like I said, you guys make good books already. That's all you have to do.
All you have to do.
You don't have to do the other shit.
Yeah.
It's not necessary at all.
Yeah.
We're going to buy your books because they're good books.
Yeah, their book last week, Tankers, was my pick of the week.
Yeah. So, I mean, just do that. Just do that. I mean, it's not a new strategy.
Right.
Just make good books and people will buy them, and that's what they've been doing.
Absolutely.
All the other crap is just noise that's not necessary, to be totally honest. Okay, next topic.
Next topic.
They're not going to like us.
That's
But anyway, Loki #1 or episode 1 came out, and what was your thoughts? This Disney
Loved
Plus.
it.
You loved it.
I loved it.
You loved this stuff.
I do love this stuff, but because not only because of the fact that it's characters that I love, but it's quality.
Yeah.
Everything that they've been putting out so far on these Disney series that are connecting to the MCU has been quality stuff.
Yeah.
And this Loki show, that first episode, I had a smile on my face the whole time. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah, I watched it. Here's the thing, man. That time group, they're powerful. I mean, they're extremely powerful. And you kind of have to ask yourself, why haven't they stepped in and taken care of business? Because it seems like they could.
They could.
Pretty quickly to make things right. As in make things right, as in make half the universe not disappear.
Right.
And so that was like, man, these guys really are a very powerful thing. When they do the walkout and they look over the balcony and then shows like that city and stuff like that, there's some technology behind that, not to mention the time travel thing.
Right.
And Infinity Stones don't have no value there and stuff like that. So it's like, maybe they could have done. It's kind of like that thing where the Martian Manhunter shows up in the Justice League thing. It's like, where you been this whole time, man?
Right.
You could have really helped us a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's like, I've just been watching. I've just been watching from the side.
Yeah.
Watching Metropolis get destroyed. But hey, I'll be here now that you're all done good. Now that you've taken care of everything, just let me know next time. It's like, really, dude. But
I think you hit it on the nail on the head. It's just like Uatu, the Watcher, right? They're making sure that the flow of time is happening, and that's it. And if it breaks, then that's when they step in.
Yeah.
So, like King the Conqueror, as long as he's not breaking time, that guy can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I'm interested to see where it goes from here.
I enjoyed it. The thing I actually enjoyed the most was the DB Cooper thing.
I didn't understand that part.
You didn't?
Right, because the what they did was they went back and made it look like there was some hangar that he was in, or DB Cooper didn't jump out of a plane where it was just him on the plane. Right, there was all the passengers and everything like that. And so the way they portrayed it was a little bit different than the DB Cooper story. I didn't understand that part of it, so I have to go back and revisit it.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Who really knows? It was Loki anyway.
Right.
Anyway,
I enjoyed that part of it, though.
Yeah, it was good.
Heimdall, you better be ready.
Let's go on to another show. We both binge watched this. It was Sweet Tooth on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
8 episodes. What were your thoughts?
So I went into this only ever reading the very first issue of the first series. I love Jeff Lemire's writing, but I never read anything beyond that. And so I really didn't know what to expect as far as how the story evolves.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed the show. My wife did as well. I had a great time watching, and I thought it was really well done. I don't know how true it stays to the actual comic book, but as far as somebody who doesn't know the full story, I thought it was great.
Yeah. I've never read it. It actually kind of interests me about going back and reading the book or whatnot. Mm-hmm. I'm normally not into this type of fantasy type thing, but I thought it was pretty good. I mean, I thought it was pretty good, but there's so much more story to be told.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, how much more time do I want to put on this? I was kind of hoping over this, because originally I thought it was just going to be a movie, but it's an 8-episode series. And I was kind of hoping there would be a nice story arc and an ending to that. There was another show on called Mayor of Eastwood, or Acewood, which was on HBO Max. Totally different type of show. But it had a 7-episode arc, a beginning, a middle, and an ending, and it's done. The story is done. I was hoping that was the case on this. It's not. It's literally episode 8, the finale. It's wide open, and it's literally like episode 1.
Yep.
Episode 8 is episode 1 for this whole new. Where does it go from here? He's captured. He now knows there's others. There's all this other things in play. He was the original. His mother caused all this. I mean, just you can go anywhere you want to go. So as far as closure, there's not really a lot of closure. No. Because the closure is we're going to go get our kids tomorrow, and that's pretty much what it is. And then I was okay. Now we got to wait a year, So, but
or more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I thought normally I don't like little kid actors or whatnot, but I thought the kid actually
did a great job.
Did a good job. I like his dad. He played in the Last Man on Earth, which was actually one of my favorite shows. Will Forte or whatever I might get his name wrong, but he was in there, and that was a lot of fun. So I enjoyed it. I was pleasantly surprised, and it was one of those shows I was like, oh crap, I'll watch the first episode tonight. It's like 11 o'clock. Well, guess what? I was up all freaking night to watch the whole damn thing. It's like, I look at 5:30 in the morning, I was like, God dang it,
Yeah.
But I got it done. So anyway, good show. Can't complain. There you are.
For sure.
So that's our random thoughts brought to you by Comics on Coffee. Is it Comics on Coffee? Yeah, it's Comics on Coffee. I got it. It's hard.
I thought Random Thoughts was brought to us by our Patreons.
Oh, yeah. See, I can't even remember that right. It's brought to you by our Patreons. But we're drinking the Comics on Coffee stuff. Anyway, it's one of those days. Thank you, Bob. That's why you're the headliner of this one.
All right.
You keep us on the rail. Well, that being said, that's kind of it. Let's just kind of wrap it up. Once again, Washington State SummerCon is starting this Friday, the 18th through the 20th at Puyallup, Washington. Be there or be square.
Absolutely.
Bob's going to be there. I'm going to be there. We have a booth. We have everything set up. We're going to interview people. We're going to talk to you. We're going to talk to you. We're going to talk to Donnie Cates. We're going to say, hey, Donnie Cates, who was the real person that gave the idea to do Hulk?
He's going to take credit. You watch and see.
And I'll be like, he'll look at me. He's like, you son of... He knows. I know he saw it. He had to see it. I know he does.
For sure.
So anyway, but it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to it. That, and like I said earlier, we got the Bueller boxes available right now. If you're interested, just send me an email, BuellerComics@gmail.com. We'll have more information about my exclusive from Marvel, maybe not Marvel, probably DC, not DC, but definitely Marvel. I'll have more information about that coming soon. Looking forward to that. And really, that's about it. Bob, you're just looking forward to the con, right?
I'm just looking forward to the con. I've been trying to put some content out. I haven't been able to do it.
That's
Work
all right.
is blown up.
We got a bunch of stuff going on.
For sure. But I'm really looking forward to the con. I am planning to put a video out before we go because I'd like to make sure that everybody that's on my channel understands that we're going to be there. And it's going to be amazing. And I know that my next 5 and 15 is supposed to be my top 5 Ray Harryhausen movies that will drop.
Oh, yeah.
But the one after that I'm really excited about because I am going to highlight Pop Culture Philosopher Army, The Bad Batch. I'm going to highlight every single one of those guys in their channels, and I'm looking forward to that.
I don't know who any of those guys are.
Hey, you do.
They're the worst.
So I have stuff planned, but it's just when I can roll it out.
Yeah. And I just want to say I got my tooth just for the con.
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah, I just had to make sure I didn't want to go sitting next to Chris Claremont and have him just staring at me like, who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is this hillbilly up here missing his tooth?
Right.
So I got myself a fake tooth and stuff. It's all right. It does the job, right?
There you go.
Just don't zoom in.
Looks fine.
There you go. You can tell first. Anyway, that's all we got for you. This was a fun show.
It was.
Bob, let's just do this. You want to take us out?
Sure thing.
All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You know what to do. We'll see you next time. Bye.
At the Washington State SummerCon.